All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to TriviaMatic Happy Hour. It's me, your friend John. I hope you were with us yesterday. Let me turn down the people in the other room. There they go. It's Happy Hour. Sorry I'm late. I had to change my shirt, whatever. But here we are, and we're ready to go. Hope you're ready to play. The very first thing you've got to do, the most important thing, is make sure that you have the most current version of the TriviaMatic app on your phone. I'm going to say a few words, so you got a few minutes, seconds to check whether or not you have the most current version of the TriviaMatic app on your phone. My phone is ready to play the game for you, so I hope you're ready to play. Once again, my name is John Chinesky. You may have heard my voice on the radio on a show called Away with Words, and you may have seen me on a TV show called Paid Off with Michael Torpy. But tonight, I belong to you for the second TriviaMatic Happy Hour. That's right, it's Happy Hour. You've finished your work, and we want to make sure that you are happy. So we're going to have a drink with you, and we're going to play some trivia, because we know that you have been missing your trivia, your bar trivia, and you've probably been missing your favorite quizmaster. Miss him no longer, because here I am. All right? Do you have that version, that latest version of the TriviaMatic app? You all set? You ready to go? Because we're ready to play. You're going to play on your phone, and I'm going to read the questions to you. Here we go with question number one. This is our first round is History Mystery. As you can see, it's the 24th of March, and here are 10 questions about historical events that have happened and that have occurred on March 24 on this day throughout history. Here we go. This is a multiple choice round. Question number one. Let's start by wishing a happy birthday to what preppy fashion designer who was born on March 24, 1951. The red, white, and blue logo of his namesake brand gives it an all-American feel. And you've got a bunch of seconds, 30 seconds or so, to select your answer. I see that the logo is right there. You can see the logo on your phone. I think I have something with that logo on it. I'm going to mostly try to stay quiet while you guys are playing. All right, I didn't think we needed the game code because we had that button to press. Let me redo it again. Here we go. All right, just give me a second. I'm going to let you look at my bed while I figure this out. All right, I got a game code. You've had plenty of time to work at that first question. But for those of you who need a game code, the game code is 175283. That's 175283. Type that into your TriviaMatic app right now. Yeah, we're getting off to a slow start. That's okay. We'll speed things up in a second. Got it in? I'm ready to start the game. Here we go. First round, as usual, History Mystery. March 24, 10 questions about historical events that have occurred on March 24. First question, let's start by wishing a happy birthday to what preppy fashion designer born on March 24, 1951. The red, white, and blue logo of his namesake brand gives it an all-American feel. Tap your answer. All right. What's I talking about? Oh, yeah. The logo's right there. Let me just fix this a little bit. Good. We should be good to go. Cheers. I didn't think we needed the code. No, we needed the code. All right. Here we go with the answer to question number one. You've had a lot of time to think about it. I hope you got it right. Here it is. Tommy Hilfiger. Now, after Snoop Dogg wore a Tommy Hilfiger jacket on Saturday Night Live, stores sold out of the jacket in a week. Interesting. Cool. Your scores. All right. People already on the board. Let's see. Most people got that right. Well, you had plenty of time to think about it. I'm going to be disappointed with you if you didn't. Here's question number 2. On this day in 1944, 76 Allied prisoners of war broke out of a Luftwaffe camp in Poland. In 1963, Steve McQueen, born, believe it or not, March 24th, 1930, starred in what film based on their daring exploits? Once again, on this day in 1944, 76 Allied prisoners of war broke out of a Luftwaffe camp in Poland. In 1963, Steve McQueen, born on the same day, March 24, 1930, starred in what film based on their daring exploits? All right, we're rolling now. We're going now. We're off. We're off on a roll. Can you guys type anything on the side over there? I have a little, can you live chat me? If so, say something. I'd love to hear from you. Come down to the answer for question 2 in the history round. The Great Escape. The motorcycle jump in The Great Escape is considered one of the greatest stunts of all time. Your scores. Boom. Hey, can that be right? We got some pretty heavy hitters in the room tonight, I think. No comment right now. We'll see what happens after this, after question 3. Johannes Sebastian Bach dedicated his 6 new concertos to nobleman Christian Ludwig on this day in 1721. Ludwig was the Margrave of what principality, which gives its name to these famous concertos? All right, tap in your score. So here's a shout out to the people who usually... Oh, say the game code again. Well, if someone could text me the game code, I don't have the game code anymore. I didn't write it down. Can someone send me the game code? They cannot update the page. People are playing, so someone must have seen the game. Is 175583? Was it that? Did anybody write down the game code? We're coming down to the answer for question 3. 175283. Here's the answer to question 3. It's Brandenburg. Brandenburg, that's right. Even aliens love Bach. One of the Brandenburg concertos was recorded on the Golden Record, which was sent into deep space with the Voyager probe. All right, here are your scores. All right, if anybody could not get in on the game because of something I did, I, of course, apologize greatly. But let's see where we go with question 4. Take a deep breath. On this day in 1882, scientist Robert Koch discovered the bacterium that causes what disease, also called consumption, which primarily affects the lungs? Tap in your answer. So I'm doing this thing where I'm reading it from a script, but I'm sending it to you because of the delay, so I hope that the reading occurs at the same time as it appears on your page. You let me know if the timing is good. People are texting me on my phone, but I can't see anybody sending me any live chat on our on the page that's in front of me. That's okay. I know you guys love me. It's all right. Coming down to time on question 4. And here is your answer. Tuberculosis. Usually at bar trivia nights when we say an answer and people got it right, they cheer. Sometimes you say the word tuberculosis and people cheer. It's very, very strange. Even today, tuberculosis causes more deaths than any other infectious disease. Interesting. Here's your scores. All right. Kate S. in the lead. Way to go, Kate. Question number 5. 257,000 barrels of oil, equal to 125 Olympic-sized swimming pools, were spilled into Alaska's Prince William Sound on this day in 1989, when what oil tanker ran aground? That's question number 5. Yeah, I still Still have nightmares about this. Not really. All right. If you have very, very good eyesight, that picture might help you, but I don't think it's probably not going to help you. I was going to say a shout out to regular bartenders and waiters who are at our usual venues, places I usually work, B61 in Brooklyn and One Star Bar in Manhattan. We miss those guys. We hope you're doing okay. Here comes the answer to question 5. It's the Exxon Valdez. The 1990 Oil Pollution Act was passed by Congress in response to the Exxon Valdez disaster. Here are your scores. All right. It's tight at the top, but we expect that early in the game. Here's question number 6. Quarterback Peyton Manning was born on March 24th, 1976. Manning is the only quarterback to win Super Bowls with 2 different NFL teams, the Indianapolis Colts and what Super Bowl 50 champion? There we go. We call these, of course, I mentioned this yesterday, trivia people call these sports ball questions. Sports fans are usually fans of sports trivia, but trivia fans aren't necessarily fans of sports. So it usually gets a mixed response when we do a sports ball question in the live venues. So much so people will yell sports ball, but we do some of them, but not a lot. It's to your advantage to get a mix of people on your team who are good at different things, including sports. Here we go with the answer to question 6. It's the Denver Broncos. Now, you might know him primarily as an insurance pitchman, but he had a pretty good football career. Your scores. There they are. All right. People staying even with each other. A lot of right answers there. A lot of sports fans. Good to hear. Here is question 7. Hundreds of photographers followed what 23-year-old to his swearing-in ceremony as an Army private in Fort Chaffee, Arkansas on this day in 1958. Yeah, I know. It's okay if I give you some quiet time to read your question and think about your answer. That too. But who wants to just look at this? Yeah. By the way, this picture also, no help. The person in question is not one of the people in the picture. All right. Here comes the answer to question 7. Elvis Presley, of course. Now, Elvis insisted he didn't want any special treatment, saying, "The Army can do whatever it wants with me." That's an interesting thing to say. And let's take a look at your scores. There they are. Enthusiastic, yes, we saw you here yesterday. Welcome back. You popped to the top. Yeah, good to see you. I'm going to decline that message. And let's move on to question number 8. Look, up there. On this day in 1993, astronomers first laid eyes on what comet? Not sure what that picture is supposed to represent. Doesn't matter. I don't think you need a picture for this. I think you know what a comet looks like. You might be interested in what beer I'm drinking. I'm not about to say, because if you are a beer person and you want me to drink your beer, send me your beer and maybe we'll talk about your beer. But for now, it's just me drinking. I do like fruity or light beers. That's just me. Here we go, coming down to the answer for question 8. Look, up there on this day in 1993, astronomers first laid eyes on what comet? Shoemaker-Levy 9. Astronomer Carolyn Shoemaker holds the record for most comets discovered by an individual. Excellent. Your scores. There we go. Oh, that was a mix there. A mix of right and wrongs, but Kate S. back in the lead. Let's go to question 9. On this day in 2006, Hannah Montana aired on the Disney Channel for the first time, but the show almost had a different name. What was the show's original title before being changed during production? I'll admit to having seen this show several times. I really don't have the excuse that I had kids because my kids were too young to see this show, but it was a fun show. It's Hannah Montana. So, no excuses, no regrets. Counting down to time on question 9. The 9th question, and on this day, here we go. The answer is Alexis, Texas. The name Alexis, Texas was reportedly already taken by an adult film star. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Scores. All right. Kate at the top. Ken in second. Enthusiastic, yes, is enthusiastically in third place one more time. Here we go with the last question, and on this day, history mystery. Here we go. Number 10. Happy birthday to Jessica Chastain, another JC. The actress, born today in 1977, earned her first Best Actress in a Leading Role nomination at the Oscars for her work in what film? There she is. Remember, last night we had a Joan Crawford question. Tonight we have a Jessica Chastain question. I wonder how long we can continue this streak of JC people in my honor. So, there's a lot. Fictional and non-fictional. Counting down to the answer for question 10. Here it comes. Zero Dark 30. That's right. Chastain also earned a Best Supporting Actress nomination for The Help, which she lost to co-star Octavia Spencer. Your scores after one round. There we go. Very tight at the top. Only a few points between Kate and Ken, but enthusiastic, not far behind. Let's get right into round number 2. Our new round. It's the first of our theme rounds. This one's called Be Happy. We know times are challenging, but we're doing our best here at TriviaMatic Happy Hour to keep you happy. Answer these 10 questions about happiness. This is a type in the answer round. Now, spelling counts. Capitalization doesn't matter. Punctuation doesn't matter. But spelling counts. So type in your answer and submit it. Ready? Here we go. Question 1. What actor starred opposite his own son for the first time in the 2006 biographical drama The Pursuit of Happiness? Did not see this movie. By the way, I may have mentioned last night I'm doing something I call my Not a Resolution. I started on January 1st, but it's not a resolution. I'm watching a movie every day. And so far I've watched a movie or more than one movie every single day. I'm up to about 96 movies. We can talk more about the movies later. We're coming down to time on question 1, round 2. Let's see what it is. The answer? It's Will Smith. Smith portrayed homeless salesman Chris Gardner with Jaden Smith as Christopher Jr. Will Smith. All right, scores. All right, Kate at the top. Enthusiastic yes, popping into second place. Let's look at question number 2. An aquatic stunt attempted by the character Fonzie on the TV show Happy Days inspired what common 3-word idiom for a publicity stunt by a once popular entity that only serves to highlight its irrelevance. Once again, an aquatic stunt attempted by the character Fonzie on the TV show Happy Days inspired what common three-word idiom for a publicity stunt by a once popular entity that only serves to highlight its irreverence? By the way, I'll tell you the notes for this. By the way, this actually happened in season 5, episode 1 of Happy Days, and it must have worked because the show lasted 6 more seasons. Here we go down to the answer for question 2. It's Jump the Shark. Jump the Shark, or Jumping the Shark, or Jumped the Shark. Actually succeeded jumping the shark. He did. Here are your scores. All right, Enthusiastic is enthusiastically in first place now. Let's go to question 3. What singer-songwriter created a 2014 parody of Pharrell Williams' 2013 hit, Happy, titled Tacky? Pharrell Williams, there he goes. Did I say Farrell? I said Farrell. Sorry, I apologize, Mr. Williams, wherever you are. Pharrell Williams, Pharrell. I can sing you a little bit of that tacky song. It might seem crazy wearing stripes and plaid. I Instagram every meal I've had, are among the tacky things in the song Tacky. Well, so, that gives me something to say while I'm waiting for you to get your scores in, and delays me just enough so I've got something to say while we're waiting for the timer to count down. Here comes the answer. It's, of course, Weird Al Yankovic. Now, yeah, Weird Al's Tacky. That video showed a lot of really interesting people. Here are your scores. Boom. There we go. Enthusiastic maintaining the lead. Let's go to question 4. What second lady, that is former second lady of the U.S. and former first lady of New York State, was born Margaretta Large Fittler, but was much better known by the nickname Happy? Once again, what second lady of the U.S., you know what that means, and former first lady of New York State, was born Margaretta Large Fittler, but was much better known by the nickname Happy? We're looking for a last name here only is fine, of course. You don't have to put the happy part in. Boy, when we get this lag thing worked out, everything's going to be great. Here comes the answer. Here comes the answer to question 4. It's Happy Rockefeller. Rockefeller, that's right. Nelson Rockefeller was governor of New York from 1959 to 1973 and Gerald Ford's vice president from 1974 to 77. Your scores, there they are. Looking good. What? Not a lot of people got that right. Somebody got it right, though. That's good. Here we go with question 5. According to the Guinness Book of World Records, what song attributed to sisters Patty and Mildred Hill is the most recognized song in the English language? Once again, what song, according to the Guinness Book of Records, what song attributed to sisters Patty and Mildred Hill, it's a little iffy whether or not that's exactly true, is the most recognized song in the English language? There's been a debate over whether or not they were an actual source of that song. Now, according to Guinness, the second most recognized song is For He's a Jolly Good Fellow. So it's not that. Here's your answer. It's Happy Birthday. Happy birthday to you. It was my daughter's birthday yesterday. So I was happy to be around, to be home with her and having a good time for her 14th birthday. Isn't that sweet? Here we go. Scores. There you go. All right. Right on to question 6. Did you know gorillas burp when they're happy? It's just one of the many factoids dished out by what character voiced by Josh Gad in the sequel to the movie Frozen. Other claims made by this character in the same movie: water has memory. Not true. And turtles can breathe through their butts. That's true. They can. It's called cloacal respiration. Don't ask me how I know that. But again, we're looking for the name of a character. Write it out, type it in, submit it. Here comes the answer to question 6. It's Olaf. Olaf the Snowman. We would have accepted any of those. All right. And here's your scores. All right. A lot of people know that. That's good. Popular movie. Let's go to question 7. What furniture and accessories store founded in Almholt in 1958 uses happy or not buttons to ascertain customer satisfaction with their experience? Let me read that again. What furniture and accessories store founded in Almholt in 1958 uses happy or not buttons to ascertain customer satisfaction with their experience? You can see those are happy or not buttons right there. From green to red, happy or not. I thought of this question myself because I was in this place and they had these buttons. And I said, hey, that says happy. Here's your answer. It is, of course, IKEA. That's right. A trip to IKEA on the TV series 30 Rock. A trip to IKEA is held as a very challenging, a relationship's worst nightmare, apparently. Let's look at your scores. Boom. All right. Great. You guys are doing great. Let's go to question 8. The Beatles song "Happiness is a Warm Gun" took its title from an NRA magazine article that was inspired by the title of a 1962 Peanuts book that stated, more pleasantly, that happiness is a warm what? Once again, the Beatles song "Happiness is a Warm Gun" took its title from an NRA magazine article that was inspired by the title of a 1962 Peanuts book that stated, more pleasantly, that happiness is a warm what? John Lennon got the idea for the song title from an actual NRA magazine article title. Coming down to the answer to question 8. The answer is puppy. Puppers. Happiness is a Warm Puppy is the title of the Peanuts book. There we go. I hope you got that one right because it's a very sweet, sweet answer. And I love the puppers. You know me, I'm sort of dog crazy. There are your scores. Looking good. Let's go on to question 9. What religious leader has authored dozens of books, including 1998's The Art of Happiness and his most recent, 2016's The Art of Joy, Lasting Happiness in a Changing World, co-authored by Archbishop Desmond Tutu? Let me give you a tip. We would never put the answer or even part of an answer in the question itself. So if it's co-authored by Desmond Tutu, we mentioned Desmond Tutu, the answer is not going to be Desmond Tutu, okay? So, once again, religious leader who authored dozens of books, at least 2 of which have happiness in the title or subtitle, as I mentioned here. That image will be coming up later in the game. That's a glitch. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Here comes the answer to question 9. It's the Dalai Lama. Yes. Chapter 6 of The Art of Happiness is deepening our connection to others. And that's what we're doing here. As best we can in this troubling time, we're trying to make a connection even though we're not supposed to be in the same room. Right? Good. This is our best way of connecting to others. Here comes, well, it's already question 10. What do you know? Number 10, what six-letter word is commonly used to refer to the stylized representation of a happy humanoid face composed of a yellow circle, 2 black dots for eyes, and a black arc representing the mouth? Again, this is a six-letter word commonly used to refer to the stylized representation of a happy humanoid face composed of a yellow circle, 2 black dots for eyes, and a black arc representing the mouth. Now, the classic form of this was designed by Howard Ball in 1963. That was the year I was born, so I am exactly as old as this thing, which we are using what six-letter word to refer to? Here's your answer. Smiley. The smiley face. Smiley. There it is. Actually, Miley Cyrus got her nickname because she was so smiley. They called her Smiley and then Miley. Here are your scores after 2 rounds. All right, we're halfway there. Got a bit of a late start. We're going to power through so we can get done in time. Next round, round 3. First we had the happy round. It's time for the hours. We're happy you're spending an hour with us. Here are 10 questions about things on care.com's list of 101 things to do with an extra hour. Got that? 10 questions about things on care.com's list of 101 things to do with an extra hour. Now we're back to the multiple choice round. Here we go. Number 1. Number 1 is number 1, which is take a nap. What's the common acronym for the period of sleep that is characterized by, among other things, more dreaming, a faster pulse, and breathing? There are other features to this period of sleep. I'll bet you know what they are if you know the answer to this. Once again, what is the common acronym for the period of sleep that is characterized by, among other things, more dreaming and a faster pulse and breathing? I'm one of those sticklers who likes acronyms to be acronyms and initialisms to be initialisms. It's the way I am. If you can say it like a word, it's an acronym. And you can say this like a word. Here's the answer. The answer is REM. REM sleep. REM. REM stands for rapid eye movement, which is another feature of that period of sleep. Boom. Your scores. How we doing? Everybody looks good. All right. A lot of green. I like to see a lot of green. Here is question 2. Number 2 on the list is sit in the park. Chugach State Park, the largest urban park located entirely within its metropolitan area, is located in what U.S. state? Once again, Chugach State Park, the largest urban park located entirely within its metropolitan area, is located in what U.S. state? Never been there, like to go there. I can say that about a lot of places, but this is one of them. I may have inadvertently given a clue. That's fine. That picture may or may not help. I don't know. It may give you some idea. Here comes the answer to question number 2 in round 3. It's Alaska. Alaska, Chugach State Park is in Anchorage. Looks pretty. Looks awfully pretty. And your scores. Boom. All right. Question number 3 is number 15 on the list. Walk on a treadmill. The 2007 Grammy for Best Short Form Video went to what American band for their video for the song Here It Goes Again, featuring elaborate choreography on electric treadmills? Again, number 15 on care.com's list of things to do with an extra hour is walk on a treadmill. I'm not going to do that anytime soon. The 2007 Grammy for Best Short Form Video went to what American band for their video for the song Here It Goes Again, featuring elaborate choreography on electric treadmills? You might remember from last night that I mentioned one of these bands on this list, on your possible answers, is the band that I've seen the most, more than any other band. But it's not the correct answer in this case, because the answer is OK Go. And I've never seen OK Go. I'd like to sometime, why not? Chicago's OK Go have become known for their carefully planned and intricately performed videos that become viral sensations. Okay. It's time for question number 4. Number 20 on the list is organize your shoe collection. What woman earned the sobriquet Marie Antoinette with shoes for her collection of over 3,000 pairs of luxury footwear, which she collected while she was First Lady of the Philippines for 21 years? She, by the way, and her husband lived a lavish lifestyle during a period of economic crisis and civil unrest in the Philippines. There's a little extra information for you. Once again, what woman earned the sobriquet Marie Antoinette with shoes for her collection of over 3,000 pairs of luxury footwear, which she collected while she was First Lady of the Philippines for 21 years? And the answer is Imelda Marcos. That's right, Imelda Marcos. Marcos and her husband Ferdinand left the Philippines, and they took their shoes with them. All right. Here are your scores. All right. Kate still at the top. Trish D making a move. Let's move on to question number 5. Number 41 on the list is Tend to Your Garden. In Chapter 8 of what 1865 fantasy novel does the title character encounter 3 gardeners who are busy painting the white roses on a tree red? Once again, number 41 on Care.com's list, Tend to Your Garden if you've got an hour. In Chapter 8 of what 1865 fantasy novel does the title character encounter 3 gardeners who are busily painting the white roses on a tree red? May seem kind of weird to do that. It is. Talk about gilding the lily. How about painting the white rose red? Here's your answer. It is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Now, the 3 gardeners, who are 2, 5, and 7, are painting the roses to avoid the wrath of course, the Queen of Hearts. And your scores. There we go. Looking good, you guys. Bringing us to question number 6. Number 50 on the list. Start a new knitting project. What is the term for the type of street art in which practitioners cover trees, statues, hydrants, and other public objects with displays of colorful knitting? Now, though technically illegal in some jurisdictions, it is not vigorously persecuted. Once again, start a new knitting project if you've got an hour. Told myself I'd learn to knit sometime soon. What's the term for the type of street art in which practitioners cover trees, statues, hydrants, and other public objects with displays of colorful knitting? As in the picture, I think there is both a tree and a public object in that picture, covered with knitting. Here's your answer. The answer is yarn bombing. Yarn bombing, again, not vigorously prosecuted. Installations are usually temporary and easily removed. There we go. And let's take a look at your scores after 6 questions in round 3. Trish holding the lead, holding on to the lead tightly, just like a knitted sweater. Great. Here we go with question number 7. Number 63 on the list is roller skate. Heather Graham portrays a character named Roller Girl in what 1997 period drama chronicling the rise of fictional porn star Dirk Diggler? This is on my list of movies to see. Have not yet seen it. There's an extra hint for you there. If you know me, you know all the movies I've seen and haven't seen, that is an extra hint for you. Once again, a movie I haven't seen yet. Heather Graham portrays a character nicknamed Roller Girl in what 1997 period drama chronicling the rise of porn star Dirk Diggler? And here comes the answer to question 7. It's Boogie Nights. That's right, Boogie Nights. Mark Wahlberg played the gifted Dirk Diggler in Boogie Nights. Yeah. That's next on my list of movie a day. That's the next one that I'm going to see. And there's your scores. Now let's go to question number 8. Number 65 is visit a local museum. Well, you can't do that now, but you can do it virtually. If your local museum is the Rijksmuseum, you're in what European capital? Once again, number 65 on the list is visit a local museum. If your local museum is the Rijksmuseum, you are in what European capital? There's a list of capitals for you right there. Pick one of those. See even a picture of it right there for you. Who's having more fun than us, huh? Who? Nobody? That's right, nobody. All right, coming down to the answer to question 8. Visit a local museum. The answer is, of course, Amsterdam. Amsterdam. The Rijksmuseum is a Dutch national museum located close to the Van Gogh Museum. Actually, the movie I watched last night was Lust for Life, all about Vincent van Gogh. Scores are looking good. All right. Very nice. Going to move you guys on to question number 9 in round 3, the hours. Number 90 on the list is do a jigsaw puzzle. There's a lot of people doing that right now. Adopted in 1999, the ribbon used to raise awareness for what disorder is composed of colorful jigsaw pieces to represent the complexity of the condition. We saw that image before. That's okay. That might have given you a little hint that something was coming up. Once again, adopted in 1999, the ribbon used to raise awareness of what disorder is composed of colorful jigsaw pieces to represent the complexity of the condition. Now, though the image is trademarked by the society of this condition, it is granted its use to other groups to demonstrate unity and to advance its goals. That's what you're going to see on the answer page when we get there next. And that answer is autism. That's right, autism. The jigsaw puzzle, colorful jigsaw puzzle piece is a trademark of the Autism Society. All right. And your scores. As we move on to the last question, in question 10, the hours. Now, what did Care.com say was the 101st thing to do? Question 10, create a, number 101 on the list, create a bucket list, then scratch something off. What 2 actors starred in the 2007 film The Bucket List, which popularized the term bucket list? And there the image says bucket list. Can we say bucket list more? I don't think so. Here's a funny story while you're answering questions. I was once on a train and a lady behind me, a very young lady, was like, oh yeah, that's on my bucket list. And I'm like, you're like, she was like, like 17 years old. Who would have a bucket list at 17? I don't get it. I don't know. You're not anywhere close to kicking the bucket. Trust me, you're fine. Once again, scratch something off your bucket list. What 2 actors starred in the 2007 film The Bucket List that popularized that term? The answer is Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson. Now, Samuel L. Jackson and Michael Caine most recently appeared in Kingsman, The Secret Service. And I guess they can cross that off their bucket list. There we go. There's your scores after 2 rounds. After 3 rounds, sorry. I don't mean to get you scared. After 3 rounds, Trish is in the lead, followed by Kate S. Enthusiastic, yes. We have S and yes in second and third, but it's very, very tight. Let's go into our penultimate round, the pick 3 round. Now, this round is a little different. Instead of asking questions, we'll give you a category, and you must select the 3 items on the screen that fit that category. You'll receive points for a single correct answer. No, I'm sorry. You'll receive 100% of the points if you get all 3 correct. You'll receive half points if you get 2 correct. And if you just get 1 correct, you won't get any points. You can't get less than 1 correct. You're bound to get at least 1 as long as you type in, as you choose 3. It's not a type in. This is multiple choice. You've got to choose the 3 items that fit the category we're about to give you. Category number 1 is people born in France. People born in France, pick the 3 on this list that belong in that category. Luckily, I have pronunciation guides for most of these, so I'll be able to tell you who they are. Let's see. Yeah, good. People born in France. You know, it's funny that French flag looks a lot like the Tommy Hilfiger logo, doesn't it? Coincidence? I think not. Probably a sort of France-England mashup thing. All right, coming down to the answers. Finally, I can say answers to question number 1 in the pick 3 category. They are Catherine Deneuve, Zinedine Zidane, and Kathy Lee Gifford. There they are. Now, Van Damme, Jean-Claude Van Damme is Belgian, and Celine Dion was born in Canada. All right, those are your 3. Let's go to number 2, NFL teams with the most Super Bowl appearances. NFL teams, again, a sports ball question. Sports with a ball. The 3 teams, NFL teams with the most Super Bowl appearances. Sometimes process of elimination is your friend. I'm always your friend. Coming down to the wire for the answers to question 2 in the pick 3 category. Those answers are the Steelers, the Patriots, and the Cowboys. There they are. Patriots have appeared 11 times and won 6. Steelers have appeared 8 times and won 6. Cowboys have appeared 8 times and won 5. Jets and Saints have each appeared and won once. All right, coming down to question number 3. The category, very simple category, YouTubers. YouTubers. Ready? Pick the 3 on this list that are known as YouTubers. I wonder if this makes me a YouTuber. Am I a YouTuber? My kids would probably be very, very, they'd be scandalized actually to learn that their dad is a YouTuber. They are fans of several of the 3 people who are the correct answer on this page. They like me, but they really like these YouTubers. So this doesn't count. I don't quite have 1 million viewers, million subscribers yet. Here come the answers to category 3, YouTubers. They are PewDiePie, Markiplier, and Jacksepticeye. Now, Captain Kangaroo was a children's TV show host. Svengoolie is the host of a horror movie TV show. But those 3 guys in the top, they're the YouTubers. Your scores. All right, we've got Trish D holding on tight. Let's move to question 4. Category 4, placers offered to eat green eggs and ham. In the book Green Eggs and Ham, these are places that are offered to eat green eggs and ham. Pick the 3 that appear in that book. Of course, we could not get a picture of the front of the book, Green Eggs and Ham, but we did get a picture of green eggs. So we got that going for us. That's nice. Couldn't get a picture of green ham. But then again, green ham, not very appetizing anyway. Which of these three appear in the book, the original Dr. Seuss book, Green Eggs and Ham? Here are your answers. Places offered to eat green eggs and ham: in a box, on a train, in a tree. That's right. As it goes, you may like them, you will see. You may like them in a tree. All right. I have the advantage of having read this book more recently than some people. Your scores. All right. I see a lot of green there. That's good. I'll see some familiar faces on the list. I like seeing that. Here comes question 5. Finish line locations of the U.S. version of The Amazing Race. Once again, finish line locations of the U.S. version of The Amazing Race. People are always asking me, what game shows do you like? What game shows do you want to be on? I've said many, many times, I would much rather work on a game show than be on a game show. If you work on a game show and you tell your boss you don't know the capital of Peru, they don't dock you $20,000. It's Lima, I know that. But still, they just tell you to go look it up. But I would like to work on this show. Here come the answers to finish line locations of the U.S. version of The Amazing Race. Those locations are Flushing Meadows Park, Candlestick Park, and Las Vegas Motor Speedway. The final destination of The Amazing Race has so far always been in North America. As you can see, those other two are not in North America: Versailles and Piccadilly Circus. Scores. Looking good. Everybody's over 1,000. Like to see that when they break the ceiling. Here comes number 6. 7 Wonders of the Ancient World. Which of these things fit the category 7 Wonders of the Ancient World? Of course, they're all very wonderful. All places that are renowned, well-known among the people who know the things, like you, the smart people. But which 3 of these are on the list of the 7 Wonders of the Ancient World? That picture, by the way, is one of the 7 Wonders of the Ancient World, which is not on the list. Great Pyramid at Giza, one of the wonders that's not there. Here are your 3 answers. 3 things on this list that were 7 Wonders of the Ancient World: Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, and Statue of Zeus at Olympia. I'm going to say that one more time. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, Museum, the Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, and the Statue of Zeus at Olympia. The Hanging Gardens, by the way, the only wonder of the ancient world that was actually considered alive, because they were plants. All right. Oh boy, we got some change going on there. We've got a new first place player, Orangine Occultist. Orangine Occultist in first place, only by 5 points. Let's see what happens after number 7. Number 7 is Burger King slogans. There you go. Which of these are slogans for Burger King? As I mentioned yesterday, we do try to include a wide range of topics so that people who know a wide range of things are apt to do better at this game. We don't want a narrow range of topics. That's ridiculous. Who would enjoy that? If we did all questions about microbiology, no one wants to do that. Instead, we've got questions about literature and sports and art and science and, of course, Burger King. Speaking of which, the answers to number 7 Burger King slogans are: Your way, right way. If you ask us, it just tastes better. And Where you're the boss. Of course, the other 2 are McDonald's, You deserve a break today, and Wendy's, it just do what tastes right. Do what tastes right. All right, scores. All right. Oh, Tris D back in the lead. Oh, we've got quite a arm wrestling match at the top. 10:53 to 10:50. What's going to happen? Who knows? Somebody else could take over after question number 8. Colleges whose teams are called the Tigers. That's it. Colleges whose teams are called the Tigers. Technically sports ball? Maybe? Or like a education question? Higher education? Animal question? I don't know. Maybe it's an animal question. Like last night, I want to welcome you to my bedroom and the big blue bed behind me. You know what I was doing in this big blue bed just a little while ago? That's right, taking a nap. All right, here are the answers to colleges whose teams are called the Tigers. The answers: Princeton, Auburn, and Clemson. Now, the Kansas State mascot is a wildcat. The University of Alabama mascot is an elephant. All right. Scores. Orangina Cultist back in the lead. Enthusiastic, yes, in second place. Oh, it's quite a match. Let's go to number 9. Species of butterfly. Species of butterfly. Which of these 3 are butterflies? 2 of them are not. Pick the 3 which are. Once again, 3 correct answers gets you all the points whenever your answer is in. 2 correct answers gets you half points. 1 correct answer, I'm afraid you get bupkis. Yeah. Because anybody can get 1 right. All you need is to tap on 3 things, and you're bound to get 1 right. I realize we're going over time. We did start over time, to be fair, but I think we're on a good pace. Here we go with the answers to number 9, species of butterfly. Painted lady, old world swallowtail, and monarch. Those 3. Now, the atlas is a species of moth, and several bird species are band-tailed. Band-tailed. All right. There's your scores going into the last question of round 4. Now, there's one more question after this last question. Is going to be your last chance to earn points, so don't give up just yet. Here comes question 10. Parts of a trumpet. Parts of a trumpet. 3 of those are parts of a trumpet. Now, the questions coming up after this last round, is our last question of the night. It's called our Answer Fast question. The faster you answer it, the more points you can earn. But, of course, you know about answering fast because you're so good. Coming down to the wire for the answers to parts of a trumpet. The image I wanted for this clue was Lady Gaga's tattoo on her arm, but couldn't get it. The answers to parts of a trumpet are the spit valve, the bell, and the thumb ring, which you could have seen in the picture. The spit valve is for cleaning out, spit. All right, here are your scores going into the very last question of the night. Orangina Cultist in the lead. Enthusiastic, yes, pulling up second. Trish D in third. We got how many? We got like 20, 25 players. This is great. This is much a big improvement over yesterday. I hope you come back tomorrow night. Let's go on to the last round. This is our last question of the night. It's 1 round, but it's 1 question. It's the final question. It consists of 5 clues that get progressively easier. The faster you answer it, the more points you earn. But guess carefully. Once you've typed in and submitted your answer, you're locked into whatever points are left on the time. Remember, speed counts. Here comes the first clue in the Answer Fast question. Here we go. Remember, you don't get, once you lock in your answer, those are the points you get. The faster you answer, but you can wait. You can wait for additional clues. First clue is very challenging. They get progressively easier. Here we go. Here's number 1. Ancient Babylonians were making me as far back as 2800 BCE. They used fats boiled with ashes. Celebrity chef Alton Brown recently released a video instructing viewers in my proper use. What am I? Spelling counts, but I will tell you that you should know how to spell this. Once again, ancient Babylonians were making me as far back as 2800 BCE. They used fats boiled with ashes. Celebrity chef Alton Brown recently released a video instructing viewers in my proper use. What am I? I'll let you think about that for a few seconds before I give you hint number 2. Hint number 2 sounds like this. In the 1960s and 70s, there was a brand of me called Fuzzy Wuzzy. I was bear-shaped and would sprout hair-like crystals when wet. There was even a toy surprise inside. What am I? Once again, in the 1960s and 70s, there was a brand of me called Fuzzy Wuzzy. I was bear-shaped and would sprout hair-like crystals when wet. And there was even a toy surprise inside. What am I? Remember, this is the same answer as the first hint. All of these hints point to the same answer. As I give you a few seconds to think, I'm going to move on to hint number 3. Hint number 3 sounds like this. In the book and film Fight Club, I eventually become the sole source of revenue for Tyler Durden, and every member of the titular club works round the clock producing me. What am I? Let me read it again. There's an extra word in this hint that shouldn't be here. That's my fault. In the book and film Fight Club, I eventually become the sole source of revenue for Tyler Durden, and every member of the titular club works around the clock producing me. Just because I knew there was an extra word there doesn't mean I was going to, extra 2 words in there, doesn't mean I was going to able to read it correctly. But you got it. Same answer for hints number 1, 2, and 3. Same answer for all 5 hints. The quicker you get in your answer, if it's correct, the more points you get. Getting ready for hint number 4. Hint number 4. In the late 1940s, the English leather company created a version of me that was attached to a loop of rope. If you put the loop around your wrist, you could avoid dropping me. In normal usage, I can be difficult to pick up. What am I? Same answer as all the other clues. All of this points to the same answer. Type it in and submit it. Once again, in the late 1940s, the English leather company created a version of me that was attached to a loop of rope. If you put the loop around your wrist, you could avoid dropping me. In normal usage, I can be difficult to pick up. What am I? Probably most of you have your answers in by now, I think. Maybe you'll hold out waiting for the last clue. Doesn't hurt to wait for the last clue because you're going to get some points. It's going to be pretty obvious what we're going for as I read to you hint number 5. I am a household product that comes in bars and liquid form. The World Health Organization recommends that you use me when you wash your hands. What am I? Once again, a household product that comes in bar or liquid form. The World Health Organization recommends you use me when you wash your hands. Those are all your clues you get. I think you guys know it. I think you've got your answer in. It's time for me to give you the answer to the Answer Fast question. The answer is, of course, soap. Soap. Yes, soap and radio and podcasting and live casting. There it is. Soap is a salt of a fatty acid used in a variety of cleansing, lubricating products. In a domestic setting, soaps are usually used for washing, bathing, and other types of housekeeping. I don't know what they would otherwise be used for, soaps, but maybe. I don't know. In any case, though that's your answer to the Answer Fast round, we've gone through all 41 questions. It's time to find out who is the winner of tonight's game, tonight's TriviaMatic Happy Hour. Your winner There's your scores. Trish D on the top. Sharon popping into second place at the last minute, 1,375. And Kate S in third. Let's take a good look at the winner. Boom. There she is. Congratulations, Trish D. Nice work. Congratulations to everybody, to all of us, to all of you for coming and staying and playing and having a good time, connecting with us. We're going to be here again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. May not be me here, maybe somebody else. That's a little teaser for you. It could be somebody else hosting tomorrow night. You never know. I hope you had a good time. My name is John Chinesky for TriviaMatic and Digital Pomegranate. Come join us again tomorrow night for TriviaMatic Happy Hour. Good night.